It has been a while, a whole load of developments. Where do I start? First thing is, I don't know if you remember, but in previous videos I kept talking about, there's a noise in the background, which I will show you what it is in just a moment. I don't know if you remember in previous videos, but there was this huge machine there, a sanding machine I imported from the US, cost a lot of money. I sold it for $100, which is about a hundredth or whatever it is, or a 300th of what it cost me, I don't know. But it's gone. The main thing is it's gone, so there's now tons of space in here. So that's awesome. The other thing is, I'm going to start doing more videos, definitely going to do them. Going to be quite raw, just like this. The difference is going to be that it's going to be less about business and more about my life. It's really going to be separate from my business, which is, you know, making titanium stuff, pens, you know, mechanical pencils, tweezers, stuff like that. It's going to be more just me, my life, what I'm doing, kind of behind the scenes. So yes, it's still going to be workshop, but you know, we'll see how it goes. Basically, I don't know how frequent I'll do videos. I'm not sure. The other thing is that, you know, if you're a follower of me, you'll know that my business is called Cogent Industries. So cogentindustries.com, that's where I sell all my wares, do a blog, stuff like that. What I have changed the name of the business to is simply Magnus, like my name. Bunch of reasons for that. One of the reasons out of interest was I would get a lot of companies say phoning me up, you know, maybe I had to pay an invoice, they had never heard of me, and they would be like, may I speak with the owner of Cogent Industries, you know? And it really kind of got under my skin, it just bothered me. And in line with that, whenever I meet new people, so many people, a very high percentage say, oh, Magnus, that's a cool name. And I'm like, you know, screw it, let's put me out there, let's put my name out there, I'll brand my name, that's what I'm going to do. So that's the plan anyway. What I'm going to show you now is one of the things I've been working on, and that is this. So this is the sanding machine. I don't know if you remember, but it's all been taken apart. My son took the old prototype of that apart one day. Basically this is all that's left of it. So you might remember it was a crude prototype. I was just testing that it was possible to sand the bases of these pill pots for a Kickstarter project. I'm massively late delivering the project, and so this is like the sort of semi-production, possible production version or final version of basically a machine that sands the bottoms of the pill pots, because it takes a lot of effort and, you know, a lot of work to sand the bases flat. They need to be sanded, long story short. That's basically it. And so this is, you know, I've had this big frame made up. I've had, you know, I've got a 3-phase motor under there, a VSD, which is a variable speed drive, which is this thing here. So you probably saw 40 on there, that's 40 Hertz, or essentially 40 RPM that this is running at. That's a big frame there that's basically made of stainless steel and titanium and some plastic and some high quality skateboard wheels, and that sort of sandpaper that's below there. That's a whole stack of weight on there, and I'm just timing it, testing it, basically seeing how long it takes to sand. I did a test the other day, and you know, I got half the base sanded, like I got halfway through it, and it took an hour and a half. And I'm just like, that's too long. So this is another test I'm doing today. I'm going to give it 10 minutes. It was about 6 or 7 minutes that I showed you there. So I'm going to go and do that in a minute. But other than that, that's it really. What I am going to do is I have just bought the domain name Magnus magnus.blog. How cool is that? And that's going to be where I'm going to put these videos, other blog posts, just about my life and that kind of thing, somewhat separate to, I would say Coaching Industries, but now just a sort of Magnus main website. By the way, my website, instead of coachingindustries.com, is now magnusx.com. I couldn't get just magnus.com or Magnus Design or Magnus Made or by Magnus or whatever. So Magnus X it is, that's the plan. That's where all my titanium shenanigans are going to be. Right, so I have just set the sander going again. That pill pot you saw there, that was 10 minutes of sanding. Pretty good. I doubled the weight compared to last time, so I'm thinking that potentially those 6 pill pots could be fully or almost fully sanded in 30 minutes, which would be amazing. Even an hour, that's good enough for me. I can do 12 at a time. If it took an hour, I've got to do maybe 120 or whatever, a few days to do a few hundred. That's awesome, really, really awesome. What else? What else? There is other stuff. I'm starting to look for my first employee. I really need, you know, whether part-time or full-time, I don't know, but I really, really need someone. Like, I've got enough to do as it is. I'm really struggling. If you remember, my father was over from the UK, helping me kind of, let's get away from the sound, kind of helped me out the last year and a half. You know, he did a lot of work. He just helped me, you know, like, didn't pay him or anything, but you know, just helped me out, which is kind of what family is good for. You know, I helped my son out, but he's only 8. I lost where I was again. Yeah, so employee. So I'm starting to look for someone. I'm trying to, you know, find someone. The difficulty is that it's the first time I've ever done it. It's like the scariest thing I'm finding in business right now. Like, I'm okay with, you know, I've got another bit of equipment coming, which I'll talk about maybe this video or another time. I'm just walking back into the sound again. So yeah, it's just scary, you know, finding someone. You know, cash flow is, you know, something that I've got to watch out for, and you know, getting the right person, you know, because you read over and over. I read books, I read blogs, I listen to podcasts about business and stuff like that all the time, and so, you know, getting the right team that they call it, you know, because I don't plan just to have one person. I don't plan it just to be me. I'm not the kind of, you know, one guy working in his garage kind of person, you know, like that's not my plan. My plans are, well, they're a lot more than this, put it that way. So it's sort of like the first step, but it's a big scary first step. So that's kind of like the thing I'm working with just now, because see, here's a funny thing. Like, in fact, let's go up the stairs a bit, and then, okay, that was a complete failure. I got to the top of the steps and I completely forgot what I was talking about. I have no idea. I had no idea what I was going to say. Yeah, I think that might be it. In the next video, I think I will share with you the new machine that's going to be arriving, hopefully, later this year. Right, okay, so this has been a fantastically raw video. Just getting back into the swing of things, so I make no apology for it. I will end it there. I will, of course, leave you with a quote. It is by Marcus Aurelius, and he said, "He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe."